I think I'm going to go ahead and end my alliance with Tafilalt. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that in preparation for going to war with them in 5 years. Hello everyone, my name is King Kongveal, and welcome back to my royal court here in Europa Universalis 4, where I am ruling as the King of Kong. Last episode, we did a bunch of expanding. We expanded some more in Central Africa. We expanded down into Kilwa, got several more gold mines, and we took over most of the Horn of Africa, which I am currently working on basically finishing up. We also allied the Ottomans and France so that we can start getting ready to work into North Africa with Tafilalt, Tunis, Spain, Portugal, etc. I will need France and Ottomans' help against Portugal and Spain most likely. So today we will finish off the Horn of Africa. I want to try to finish off at least what I can here on the coast of East Africa and start building up some boats to invade Madagascar and maybe start invading North Africa again with the help of France and the Ottomans. So I'd like to, by the end of this episode, or maybe next episode, be the only country in Africa other than Ottomans. I will need to start expanding here into South Africa with some colonization, but we'll get to that when we can get to that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and unpause and finish off this war against Sub-Saharan, Ethiopia, and Malindi, and try to full annex all of them. So let's unpause and get into it. I can take a mission, the Europa University. Gain 3 innovativeness. Very nice. Alright, I can finally piece out Malindi for a full annexation. Let's go ahead and do that. I should have taken money, but I didn't. Oh well. And I can get gunpowder weapons. That'll give infantry combat ability plus 10% for the next 20 years. So I think I'm going to hold off on that for a little bit. I'll also gain 10 army tradition, and the additional army tradition will be converted into military power. But again, I think I'm going to hold off on that until I start fighting these guys up here. I'm going to need that infantry combat ability. And I can piece out Ethiopia, again, just taking as much as I can, and I'll actually take money from them. There we go. And now let's piece out Sub-Saharan for all but a full annexation and a touch of money. There we go. Might be dealing with a little bit of rebels. And now I'm going to start building up some ships. I'm going to need a bunch of them to try to invade Madagascar. Alright, I'm still dealing with a bunch of rebels, but my overextension is now under 100, and I'm working on coring up a bunch, getting close to coring up a bunch. So I'm going to go ahead and declare war on Paraguay, and we'll annex them. Might as well do the tribal conquest. Get a little less aggressive expansion. Let's go. And I've got a new king, new emperor, 035. Like the mill, but got a decent heir though. Alright, I just finished deving this up to 10. I've got both of these now up to 10 production, and I need 2 more, but I'm already making some pretty good money, especially from gold. I'm getting a bunch of inflation. That's an issue. I'm gonna have to deal with that soon. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end my alliance with Tafilalt. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that in preparation for going to war with them in 5 years. Alright, Paraguay is fully sieged down, so let's fully annex them and take all their money. There we go. Very nice. Alright, I'm going to get my next humanist idea, improve relations plus 30%. I can get Miltech 12 and new infantry. Step footmen. Alright, this province here is self-sustaining, so let's colonize this province here. All right, and this one down here on the coast is self-sustaining, so let's keep working down the coast. I can get admin tech 13. No, I need to get the printing press first. How close am I to that? Probably not very. Like, not at all. Holy crap. Let's see if I can get some knowledge sharing. It's going to be expensive, but, I mean, I need it. All right, my truce with Kilwa and these guys over in Madagascar just ended. And as soon as my fleet gets its health back up Let's go ahead and get an admiral. Crappy admiral. We will go to war and try to take all of them. I can take my last humanist idea. Maximum tolerance of heretics +1, maximum tolerance of heathens +1. I'll also get max promoted cultures +1, idea cost -10, and a policy, the Liberation Act, which gives national arrest -1 and years of separatism -5. That'll help. Yeah, that helped a lot. I do need to convert some. I'm working on converting some because I have a mission, one true faith. See what I can do. Might as well take this missionary strength versus heretics +2%. Sure. All right, they're at 92%. It'll be just one more month. So let's go ahead and start the war. I'm going to co-belligerate both of these and try to full annex all of Madagascar and as much of Kongveal as I can. Let's see if I can slowly start weeding away these people's fleets. All right, I just finished a colony. It was this one up here. Let's get this one. All right, I can full annex Sakalava and take all their money. Let's raise the province and core it up. Let's go ahead and send colonists there. All right, Antamoro is fully occupied, so let's go ahead and full annex them. Or not. Not quite. That's right. They were touch over. In that case, let's leave them alive in these provinces and just take some money, but we'll fully encapsulate them. And there we go. And again, raise the provinces, then core them up. Let's reduce war exhaustion ones first. Then we'll core them up. And now we should be able to piece out Kongveal. Let's take coast. Not quite all of the coast. All right, we'll take all of the coast except for this province. It's a pretty good trade node. I'd rather just touch up my lands. So yeah, we'll do that. Leave them alive in this one province here and internally. And we'll take a little bit of money and send those demands. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. All right, and this gold mine's dev up to 10. There's one more. All right, France is calling me into a war against England, Newfoundland, Poland, Bremen, Portugal, and Friesland. Oh, the Ottomans are in this too. Okay. Oh, Poland is actually really small. That's right. They don't have Lithuania. Yeah, I'll come into the war as well. Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm going to build up some more troops and get ready to go to war with Tafilalt and Tunis. I should have dissolved the alliance with Tunis earlier so I could co-belligerate them, but I didn't think to do that, so we'll just do it now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take Miltech 13. I'll get me new cannons, large cast iron cannons. And then I'm going to take the mission, gunpowder weapons, get infantry compatibility plus 10%. And I can get greater than Mali. Let's wait on that for now. But I'm going to go ahead and declare war on Tafilalt. I can't co-belligerate Tunis. I'll do the tribal conquest. Let's do it. Outnumber them quite a bit. So even though they're 2 Miltechs ahead of me, I think I should be all right. All right, I can piece out Tunis. And this is what I'm taking. I'm not taking these provinces along here because they are highly desired by the Ottomans. We'll also take a bit of money and call that good. And now we'll piece out Tafilalt for this, just as much as I can, and a bit of money. There we go. And I got another gold mine. And now I'm going to immediately declare war on Marrakesh. And gonna full annex them. Alright, now I just need a bunch of money in order to embrace the printing press. I know I'm losing a bunch of money. That's because I've got way too many troops and way too many ships. But let's go ahead and embrace the printing press. And I can get Admin Tech 13 now. I can get Admin Tech 14, but I'm going to wait till I core up these provinces. No, that's only 300. Yeah, we'll get Admin Tech 14. And another idea group. Let's go with quality. So I'm going to have to fight some big guys like Spain, Portugal, and the Ottomans before too long. So I need better army and better ships. Yeah, we'll do that. My troops with Ethiopia and Ajuran are up. Didn't notice that. So let's get some troops over there and get ready to fight them. Oh, I can get Admin Tech 15 as well. But that will hold off until I core these up. But I can get Diplotech 13. Well, let's piece out Marrakesh for full annexation and some money. Now that I'm coring these up, let's go ahead and get Admin Tech 15. Alright, this colony is self-sustaining, so let's head inland. I can get Miltech 14 and new cavalry, steppe lancers. And there's the war from France over. France took a bunch more from England. This colony just finished. Let's keep working. We're getting this one. Let's go here. All right, let's go to war with Ethiopia and Ajuran for the show superiority, tribal conquest, and let's go. All right, I think now I'll go ahead and do the greater than Mali mission. Gain 35 power projection, 50 admin, depot, and mill, and I'll get the unity of West Africa until the end of the game, giving me +1 prestige, and I get permanent claims on every neighboring area. Very nice. What do I need for this? I need 2 trade centers of level 3. In this one, I need to convert a lot of provinces. All right, Ajuran is done. Full annex and their money. I'm going to ask the Ottomans to try to reduce their opinion of Yemen. They will. Perfect. They still won't quite help me out. But hopefully after they finish their war that they're in currently, they will be willing to help me out. Oh, they're just attacking Corfu? Okay. That shouldn't take them too long. All right, they've finished up the war. So let's see. Yeah, you can have some land. I just want these 2 provinces. Yeah, absolutely. So let's go to war with Yemen. I'll call in, the Mughals formed. Mughals, Gujarat, and Multan, which I'm sure the Ottomans can handle quite easily on their own. So let's go to war. All right, Ethiopia's fully sieged down. They've sieged down a couple of my provinces, but they're fully sieged down. So let's go ahead and full annex them. And I've sieged down the 2 provinces I want, and I'll just let the Ottomans take care of the rest of it, because I think they will likely be able to. I'll tell you, now that I've finished Humanist, and especially got this policy, the Liberation Act, I'm not having any more rebel issues. That's fantastic. I can get Admin Tech 16. Ugh, a comet. That's not great. The first circumnavigation done by Portugal. All right. And there's January 8, 1600. And the global trade, which spawned in Leon. Man, I just got the last institution. Now I've got to get another one. Joy. Okay. But this changes everything. But with that, this episode is now coming to an end, and we did a bit of expansion, both through colonization and through conquest. We pushed into Madagascar, and we also started pushing into North Africa a little bit. We got a couple of provinces up here from Tunis, several from Tafilalt, and Marrakesh. We also started getting caught up on some of the technologies, which I'm now caught up on admin tech. Still way behind on mill tech. Oh, only 2 behind on mill tech. That's not too bad. And 3 behind on diplotech, but that's because I've been working on trying to dev up some of these gold mines, and I've got most of them up to 10. This one just up to 9. And then this one up in Tafilalt that I just got is only at 2. I don't know if I'll dev that one up. I could use the money, honestly. I'm still losing a ton of money. I've got several big loans, which is an issue, and I'm losing a bunch of money to my army. So I might have to consider getting rid of some of my army here shortly. Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and do that. Let's just get rid of this army here. That helped out a lot. And we'll dump this one as well. I hate getting rid of my armies, but I need money. And I can get rid of these forts once the devastation... Actually, the devastation's gone in this one. That's nice. How's the devastation in these other provinces? A couple of them still have some devastation. So we can get rid of this fort here. We'll get rid of these 2 once the devastation in these provinces is all gone. Well, that one's almost gone. Yeah, we'll hold on to that for a little bit longer. So that'll help with the money a bit. So we'll just leave these 2 forts up here for now. They'll help protect me from Spain and Portugal, which I'm going to need to go to war with soon, especially since they're now down here in South Africa as well, where I'm starting to colonize. And now that we've just about finished up the Horn of Africa, and we'll finish it up soon, and just about actually finished up most of Africa, we need to really start pushing in and get North Africa and fight some of the colonizers, Spain, Portugal, Holland, get all those provinces and really work on the colonizing of the provinces here before I'll eventually need to fight the Ottomans for these provinces here. That's going to be a pain. And I still can't see New York, which I want to get. That might take a little while. I still need to get all these islands as well, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So next episode, we'll finish off Kilwa and Antamoro, continue colonizing, continue pushing into Tafilalt, Tunis, and Tlemcen, and likely, potentially, fight Portugal and Spain with the help of France and the Ottomans. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to come back next week for the next episode. And also check out my other playthroughs. I'm just finishing up an Aragon to Sardinia, Piedmont to Italy to Rome run, which we'll be finishing next week. And the episode coming out in a couple of days is going to be a really fun one. Lots of conquest, lots of good wars, lots of fun. So be sure to check that out. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, however much of it is left, and I will catch you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.